Hello, let me welcome you to today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you do meet your interest. Today, I am in Chilomoni, Taiwan, where I'm trying to interact and ask or hear from people that what they understand of this COVID thing and what home preventive measures are they following or they're not following, what is making them to follow and not to adhere to some of the government precaution measures. So stay with me, be with me as I will be interacting with the people from Chilomon, Taiwan.
The Malawi government, through the Minister of Health, on 9th August 2020, implemented new regulations in the course of fighting the coronavirus. But walking through Chiromoni, Taiwan, the people seem not to be in full compliance to the new regulations, which include wearing a face mask at all times.
As I said earlier on, that I'm moving around Taiwan, meeting people that I might come across with. So with me, I've come across a guy who is going to introduce himself to us and let us know or let us learn from him what he understands by this whole coronavirus thing. People would like to know you. Whom am I talking to?
My name is Chununga Musakuya. I stay in Chiromon, Taiwan.
I would like to know from you, what do you know about coronavirus? What can you tell me about it?
Coronavirus is a disease that is spread through the air and through sweat.
When you are at home and you are away from home, what do you do to make sure that you protect yourself and your family from contracting the coronavirus?
I always walk with my hand sanitizer, which is in the bag, and not forgetting my face mask. As you know, our tradition as Malawians, whenever we meet, we want to give each other handshakes.
When you meet your friends that are not following the preventive measures, how do you associate with them?
When I find people like those, I always put on my mask and sanitize my hands after I have talked to them.
I've met you without your face mask, and yet you told me that you always have it with you. And when you go back home, how assured will you be, considering the fact that you've touched and you've come in contact with a lot of people?
Red-handedly, I have forgotten my mask.
Now I have talked with Chilonga Musaguya, a random guy that I've met during the way. Someone he understands and he knows what COVID-19 thing is, and he knows that it's real. But he forgot one important thing, that he didn't take it with him. He did not walk with his face mask. So he told me that he's having his hand sanitizer with him in his bag, but I didn't check. But yeah, so let us keep on moving and maybe we meet someone and we learn from them. So you can see that a lot of people understand what COVID-19 is, but they're failing to adhere to. It's easy to forget a face mask. So it's the same way that you forget to protect your life and you forget to protect your friends and family. Let us continue the journey.
Although it seems like people know better about the coronavirus, it's quite unfortunate how they don't follow the preventive measures in order to protect themselves, their friends, and family from contracting the virus.
As I'm still walking around Taiwan, I've come across a construction site where I've met three men that are going to tell me their names and what they understand by this coronavirus thing. So let us have a chat with them and we hear from them what they know.
When coming from the toilet, like at my home village in Zomba, we made a water dispenser that we don't touch the bucket but rather step on a string and water starts flowing as we wash our hands. And before entering the house, we would ask anyone to pour water for us to wash our hands once again.
So I have found you here working with your fellow friends that you get too close to in the midst of your work, that it is impossible to follow the social distancing and you don't even have your mask with you. What assurance do you have that your working environment is free from COVID-19?
Protecting ourselves in a scenario like this, where there's no face mask, is only possible by following the 1 meter social distancing, because a person, sometimes when talking, might spit out saliva, and if that person has infected, it means you have contracted. Coronavirus is invisible. We cannot see it with our naked eyes. At the hospital, you are tested positive, but the important thing is observing social distancing, and do not forget to put on the face mask.
What can you tell those people that are out there knowing that there is COVID-19 and they seem not to adhere to or to follow some of the preventive measures the very same way that I've found you not following it? What can you tell them? What should they do?
Even how they are saying on the radio, every house needs to follow these preventive measures. It's just that we forgot to bring our mask here, but at home we have them. Our kids and family have them too.
So this is how we are wrapped up in Shomon, Taiwan. Now, and maybe I was with my crew member who has spread a great law in producing this episode, who was directing me through Taiwan routes, of which I didn't know about. So I would like to analyze it all. Rollins,
Yes.
how did you see Taiwan? How was it?
Taiwan, when we first arrived in Taiwan, the very first person that we met was Chirungamo.
Yes.
As we met Chirungamo, he said that he was working with his hand sanitizers.
Good.
He was working with his face mask. But as we asked him further on into the program, we see that even here, he was walking into the marketplaces,
Yes.
he did not have with him his face mask.
Face mask.
Yeah. And then we met another group of gentlemen who are working on the construction site, and they also said that they were also following some measures like keeping a distance of 1 meter.
Of which is impossible,
Yes.
to be honest. 'Cause
Yes.
there's no way you would
You would hand maybe like a bucket
sand and then you'll be throwing it to someone else.
Yes.
You see. So,
Yeah.
from my perspective, I think I've seen that at least of all the people that we've met, they know that the coronavirus is there.
Yes, it's true.
But they know even how to prevent themselves from it.
Yes.
But they can't.
Yes.
So you see, it's easy how they forgot, like Chirungamo forgot his face mask.
Yes.
It was easy for him to forget it.
Even the three gentlemen who were there.
Even the gentlemen that were
Yes.
on the working side, they were like, "Oh no, we have the face mask at home." But
at
then
home.
we are supposed to be putting it on when you're going out,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes.
So I think it's just quite dramatic how this thing we are taking it. But I'm just happy that maybe people know that the thing is there and at least they know how to prevent it. But then the sad thing is they're not following.
Yes, they're not following those measures. As in, even if you're into the getting into the minibus, you know that you are going into a group of people where you're supposed to be protecting yourself.
You have contact with a lot of people.
Yes.
So this is why I said in my last episode that I always have my face mask with me. Last time I didn't put it on because I was alone. But now, today, as you saw throughout the clips, I was still in my face mask and because I met a lot of people, I come in contact with a lot of people whom I don't know. So I also just want to urge you, just keep on, don't forget the face mask at home, as our the last person we had and we encountered, they forgot their face mask. So it's easy for you to forget your face mask at home, the same way it is easy for you to have this coronavirus. It's the very same way it's easy for you to lose your life. Your last word.
My last words will be to the viewers all over, wherever you're watching us. Stay safe, stay home, sanitize, and always wear your face mask.